Michael Smith, congratulations, back-to-back wins in the Premier League, 3 nightly wins now. Does it mean a little bit more being here in Manchester?
Yeah, of course. It was all about Nathan tonight being his own venue, but this is mine as well. I got a taxi here, it cost me 22 quid, I think, to get in the taxi. And to be fair, it's the same with Liverpool as well. I'm just either side. But it means even better because I was speaking to Matt Porter before, and he went, I'm turning up tonight, you never win when I'm here. So now I finally won one, and yeah, and looking back now, I think I'll qualify for top 4. I think because even if Nathan or Johnny win it, they're a point behind me, but they play each other in Aberdeen, so I'm safe now, guaranteed through.
Nice feeling that, is it?
Yeah, of course. It's been, what was it, 2015 last time I was here, or 2016, one of them. But no, it is nice. Especially, there's been some pressure. I think the last couple of years the world champion hasn't made the top 4. Gez didn't play in it. Peter finished 7th, and yeah, so to finally get through, I didn't play my best tonight. But I played half decent in final, I guess. But no, just to get the win and 3 night wins. It took me till 16th week last year. So yeah, all smiles now.
Did you feel that extra pressure being here in Manchester this evening and playing Nathan first?
No, I knew Nathan would. So for me, I wanted, as long as I put Nathan under pressure, that was my main aim, and I knew he'd feel it. And I was thinking they're not going to be for me because obviously Nathan's a Stockport lad, I'm a St Helens lad. I'm 12 miles away. I think he's only a stone throw away. So as long as I kept the pressure on him, and then I was like, no, I'm playing Michael. If I get beat, I get beat. At least I'm now 3 points clear going into Sheffield. But Michael played as bad as me and managed to get over the line. So I had to play well once tonight, and luckily enough I did.
You touched on everything that the Premier League means. Being world champion, are you thinking about that mythical triple crown yet? Because you have one of it, being the world champion. Now you're in the O2. Are you thinking about that?
I'm in the O2, so I've got a chance. It's one of them. It doesn't matter what you do in the Premier League. You can play bad for 10 nights, 11 nights, as long as you pick up a couple of points. Because now with this new format, you get 5 in a night, and yeah, back to woman now 28. So I was literally, Johnny took me when they lost me in the final. I got him back to back. So now I've done back to back. I've jumped massive clear again, and now it's about the business end. I can play rubbish now for the next 2 weeks, but as long as I keep practicing and working hard, it's all about the O2 now. So I'll probably play, well, saying that, Michael or Gez. So I can't finish 4th, I don't think. So it's about now working hard and hopefully I can get the Prem, and then there's going to be some pressure going into the match play.
What's that practice room like now? Because you all look at tables, obviously, you all know what's at stake. Has the banter gone out the window now?
Yeah, I said it on stage, for 10, 11 weeks, it's like, good luck mate, good luck with all of them, and laugh. But then 12 week in was going, good luck pal, and as he walks out the door going, hope he gets beat. It's one of them, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I know it happens, but I wanted Peter to beat Johnny, and as much as I love Johnny and as much as he's a mate to me and a friend, it's points at the end of the day. You've got to do it. I don't want to rely on his results or Nathan's results or whatever. I had a job to do, managed to do it, but you still want him to get beat at the same time.
Just off of last week, we obviously spoke to you about the Peter Wright handshake. You played him at the Euro Tour. Did you get to the bottom of why he was annoyed and whatever? And have you two spoke since last week?
No, he couldn't apologise to me. He said someone was annoying him in the crowd. But the funniest thing was the whole crowd was for him. And then when he beat me in the match, where was we, in Holland, I put on Twitter, but I deleted it. I said, at least he shook me hand this time. But it was just one of them things. It happens, and I've been there a few times when you give the wet fish. It's darts, and at the end of the day. But no, it's tonight in the practice room. It was all smiles, having a joke, and yeah, it was a laugh. Peter wasn't the threat to me tonight, so I was just having a laugh. I wanted him to win. I was trying to button him up to make him play well. But no, we're all friends there. But that's how it happens.
Michael, congratulations.
You're welcome, mate. Cheers.
Michael, so close to the 9s out at the end there. Did you think that 12s was in when it left your hands?
Yeah, it more did me head in that he went in the next half of the 10. But I think that's twice now I've missed double in the last few weeks. But for the 9, if I would have hit that, I might have got involved with the crowd a bit and not played as well. So it's a bit of mixed emotions. I'm glad I missed. I'm disappointed. I'm glad I missed, and I'm a bit disappointed I didn't hit it. Well, yeah, it happens. As long as I get the win and the night victory, that's all that matters.
When you're in that sort of purple patch, do you feel unstoppable almost?
Yeah, I think I've proved it before. If I'm in that mood, no one can touch me. And I proved that before. I can literally go 180, 180, 180, 180 every single time. And as long as I'm not in 9s, I'm leaving double after 9 every single time. And yeah, I just wish it'd come more often, but that's darts. You it doesn't happen all the time. Because if it did happen all the time, I'd win every single event, and Michael would, Gez would. It happen all the time, but it just doesn't.
Does this take the pressure off now for the next 2 weeks? Do you think you can get top spot?
I'm not even looking for top spot. My main aim, I think I said it on an interview before the first week started, as long as I get 32 points, that means I've won my first round match in every single time. It gets me there, and I should qualify. But now, thinking about it, I think I'm already in now. So I can relax, get Belgium tomorrow, get back on Monday and just concentrate and put a good few hours in going into Sheffield. And no matter what the result is, it's all about the hard work for get to Aberdeen and obviously the O2.
Cheers, Michael.
No, you're welcome.
There were a couple of issues up there with the with the camera, and Van Gerwen encountering one later on as well. Did you see anything up there that
It only happens when the game beat. You have the perfect excuse. It's like you're being in Rotterdam, you know there's going to be wind. It might have happened, but when you're in the zone, you don't see it. And I played bad against Michael. I didn't play what I can do, but I'd never seen it once. But if it did happen, it was only happening when he was throwing, not when I was throwing.
Wins against Van Gerwen and Clayton as well, obviously in the playoffs. Do you think you're getting the right wins over the right people?
I think just beating Michael. I think now I beat every single person in the Premier League. Apart from Derby, I beat everyone more than once. But no, I'm starting to come good. I won night 3 in Glasgow, struggled for 8 weeks, just picking up the odd points even there, and now it's starting to come good and it's at the right time. The O2's in 3 weeks, and hopefully be there and hopefully lift that title and then go into the match play looking for the perfect run, the Triple Crown.
Last week we talked about the breathing space that you had and you're not going to relax, and you certainly didn't do that tonight, did you?
No, when Johnny beat Peter, he was all on then. Nathan was 3, Johnny was 2 behind me. I had to beat Nathan. No, Nathan was 1, sorry, so I had to beat Nathan to put the 3 points in front of us, because knowing going into next week, if I lost and he won, he's still a point behind. Even if he made the final, I was still in front with night wins. So to get that done, and then luckily enough I got over the line against Michael, and it was like, if you win this game, you're going to put 5, 6, 7 points in front of the people who's chasing you. So, and I think I said it last week, when I needed to win, I've pulled something out the bag and managed to get the job done.
Talked about beating your tally from last week. You've got 3 now, and you said, you know what, you can maybe get 4 and 5. Is that the aim now?
Yeah, if I win next week, that's 4, and then I could be the first one going to Aberdeen and put 5. No one's won 5 yet, but listen, I'm just happy to win. I'm just happy to win matches, never mind the nights. We've won 3 now, a few quid in the bank when the PDC finally pay us, but no, I'm just happy to play well. I'm just happy to win matches. That's the main thing.
Cheers, Michael.
No, you're welcome, mate. Cheers.
Oh, Mike, on the 9 data, you keep referring to it when you speak on there. Does that commentary moment go through your head every time when you're...
Come on now! Every time we're walking home looking at Wayne, the scooter keeps knocking up window, and he looks at me and that's all to shout every single time. But no, it'll happen again. I know it will, but for now, I keep putting it on the wire. I'm not a million miles away, but it keeps coming close.
Pleasure as always, lad.
No, you're welcome, mate. Cheers, Paul.